Alright, so here's what's in the diaper bag. Here's a diaper bag I use. This one's just for Alyssa. She's 8 weeks old. She drinks breast milk, so I don't have any kind of bottles or anything in here. But if I do go out on purpose, then I'll bring a bottle of pumped breast milk that I can then use to feed her. So I'll just take everything out and I guess show it as I put it back in, which will give me a chance to keep this organized, because as things go on, I just keep losing little bits and I end up having duplicates. So we'll see also what I have duplicates of. This bag I got used on garage sale. I had it's like a $700 Coach bag and I got it for like 50 bucks. So I love it, even though it's mostly broken. And it's going to be that way until it finally dies, and then it will be replaced by something made by Carter's or whatever else I find used. So there's like 100 different pockets in here. It's great for organizing things, but it sucks for trying to explain to somebody else where something is. Oh my god, so many duplicates. Okay. So it's mostly empty. What I have a change mat. This has been replaced 4 or 5 times because when we're in public and we have a giant blowout, I just throw it in the trash. These ones were free from Nestle about 4 years ago. I had about 10. So I have about 3 left. I have in here a hat that we got at the hospital for some sort of donation. I think I'm going to take that out because we've never used it and she doesn't wear hats very often. I have a reusable this is a disposable diaper mat. I think that came from the CLSC. I think that's all that was in this back pocket. In the front pocket I have a handful of coupons that I've collected over random things that have been sent in the mail. It's all baby related stuff. Oh, sure. As well as my driver's license renewal form, which I'll take that out, and some sort of acupuncturist card. Hang on to that in here. This is where I used to just keep my wallet, but it ends up being a little bit too big, and I think that it will fall out eventually. I have some Kleenex lip stuff, good to know, because I keep looking for it, and I'll keep that out. That's a hand sanitizer. Alright, so then in one of the little inner zip-up pockets, I have pads for me. I have Alyssa's vaccination booklet, pens, contact lenses for me, obviously, a hair elastic, and I have a little bow in here, which I guess was in here from Ava, and I'll just hang on to that. Oh, and I had hand sanitizer. This one's almost empty, so I'll put this other one back in there. Oh, what is this? Turns out I also had a little hospital bracelet. I'll keep that out. So then on the inside I have a middle divider section and then 6 pockets on the outsides of the inside. In the 6 pockets I will put saline spray and the nose sucker. Oh, the batteries are dead, so I won't put that back in. A little roll of dog poop bags, which are great for disgusting laundry. A sterilized pacifier. Another one. That's probably why we don't have any at home. I have this bottle of formula, which I'll keep in here just in case. I've needed that in the past where I had express breast milk, but I didn't actually bring a bottle with me, which was ridiculous, so I wasn't able to feed that to her. I have the little, whatever you call those, vials of homeopathic stuff for the cold and for the gas. So I'll keep those in here. I have nipple cream for just in case. Sucks when your nipple gets stuck to your bra. Have more hand sanitizer. I'm going to keep that on the outside. Another roll of bags, because you only ever need those when you're covered in poop. So really having more than enough is better than not enough. Diaper cream. Never actually use that for her when we're out. Bless you. Another sis, which I'll keep on the outside just so it's more accessible, because again, you only need that when she's in hysterics. And then I have some burp cloths. They're actually receiving blankets, but we need them to feed her because she ends up throwing up if she gags. So it's not ideal to have just an actual burp cloth, which I guess is like tiny. Never really use those. Actually, I'll put the clothes back in first. So I have a change of clothes, just a long sleeve onesie and a pair of pants and socks and a little hat. I'll put that in the inner zipper pocket that doesn't need to be accessible, and a pair of jammies, which is more likely what we'd be changing into. I would say anytime I go out for more than maybe 2 hours, we end up having to change because of either a diaper leak or vomit. So that's exciting. But anyway, having 2 changes of clothes is better than none. These little socks. Yeah, I guess those are for her. Another pair of socks and a pair of mittens. She doesn't wear the mittens often, but I found when she's gouging out her eyes, it's good to have something at least. Socks actually stay on a little bit better. And then I have diapers. I only have 7 in here, which is probably good enough for about 3 hours out, which is all we really end up doing. Get those nice and tight in there. Then I have 3 burp cloths and then a muslin bigger blanket, which works really well for breastfeeding in public. I'm not one to cover up on purpose, but to be honest, sometimes I find it just a little bit easier to have something over her. She's less distracted. People are less apt to see a full-on nip slip, and it's just easier for me. And then I have the reusable diaper wipe container. There's probably only about 15 left in here, so I would probably forget to repack that. But anyway, better than nothing. I know I have some in the car, just in case. I also have a bag of stuff in the car that's definitely a backup for this bag. It's basically identical to this, just with extra stuff that I'm going to need if I end up staying out later, or if something goes wrong and I need 2 or 3 changes of clothes, which happens a lot, especially if you're changing her and she craps all over herself as you're changing her. Then I usually just throw my wallet in the top because of the fact that I just take the diaper bag as a purse when I'm going out. So the only things I didn't really need was this extra little hand sanitizer. It's almost empty. The nasal pump, which I need to change the batteries on because I'll need to bring that with me. And this tiny little hat. Other things that I have brought with me, this little toy or something. She doesn't actually do much with the toys. She doesn't hold on to them or anything, but it's nice to have a distraction just in case we need it. You never know. And eventually she'll start to get into it a little bit more. So basically that's what I have in the diaper bag. Again, when I go out, I will bring this. I will also bring this, which is the pump. This one is the InStyle Medela Double Electric, which comes with this little battery pack. Runs on 4 or 8 AA batteries, so that will actually end up being able to pump for an hour without plugging it in. Otherwise, I can plug it in. I do have an outlet in my car. So the pump itself, and then I have 2 full setups with a big Ziploc bag to put them in after I've used them, so that there's not breast milk dripping all over everything. I've got the tubes. A couple extra Ziploc bags just in case. I have a little pack of, it's probably about 4 butt wipes left. That's just to wipe myself down after I take them off so I don't have breast milk on anything else. Nipple cream. Oh, nice. And what I don't have is the caps for the bottles, which means that if I were to pump and not realize that, I would have to put my milk in one of these milk bags or whatever. Or I have 1 baby bottle, which would be enough probably. I think that's all that's really in here. Oh, I have extra batteries just in case. So the first time I went out with this, the batteries died within about 10 minutes. And that's it. So this usually comes with me. I usually hope to not have to use it, but there's been times where I've gone out for dinner and then drinks after, and I'll have to pump between that. But I've only actually left Alyssa once, so I just bring it just in case. And that's that. That's basically what I take when I go out. And then the baby. And in her car seat, I will put one diaper and a pack of butt wipes just in case, so that we can go to the grocery store without bringing the whole bag. I usually toss my wallet into her car seat as well, and then we end up having a little bit less to carry. Here's the baby.